forth from this conference, let it be that women's rights are human rights, and human rights are women's rights, once and for all. Let us not forget that among those rights are the rights to speak freely and the rights to be heard. On September 5th, 1995, Hillary Clinton used the phrase, "Women's rights are human rights," which included but was not limited to education, health, economic participation, and reducing violence against women. This speech touched and affected women across the world, and in today's society, we know women's rights as human rights, where they go hand in hand or are synonymous. The purpose of this speech was to strengthen families and societies by empowering women to take control of their destinies and protect women's health and reproductive rights. Okay, so the when and where. This speech took place on September 5th, 1995 in Beijing, China. It was for the United Nations Fourth World Conference. Women were finally feeling the wave of feminism from the past, and they were finally able to choose their own paths that their grandparents and parents weren't able to attain. In China, they had the one-child policy, which was implemented in 1980, and it lasted until 2016. Under this policy, families would, if they had a girl as their firstborn, they would dispose of them by leaving them in open conditions, throwing them in dumpsters, or just giving them away because they wanted boys, because boys were prized in the family because they could pass down the family name. She did this speech in China, which is also where she calls them out, which shows she isn't afraid of anybody to stand up for women or girls. About the speaker. "You have to stand up for yourself," said Hillary's mother. "There's no room in this house for cowards." Hillary would go on to call her mom a defining inspiration in a 2008 campaign. After hearing MLK's speech in 1962, Hillary formed strong opinions on things like civil rights and social justice. Eventually, she was able to go to law school, and there she met a man named Bill. Bill became the president in 1993, which made Hillary the first lady for 8 years. Hillary took chair in the task force on national health care reform and was leading advocate for expanding health insurance and raising awareness of health issues in the public eye. A woman who never got a chance to go to college, who had a very difficult childhood, who gave me a belief that I could do whatever I set my mind to. This was another quote she used on her mom in her 2008 campaign. It's to show that we've grown as a society, but there's still so much more that we can do.
It is a violation of human rights when women are doused with gasoline, set on fire, and burned to death because their marriage dowries are deemed too small. It is a violation of human rights when individual women are raped in their own communities and when thousands of women are subjected to rape as a tactic or prize of war. It is a violation of human rights when a leading cause of death worldwide among women ages 14 to 44 is the violence they are subjected to in their own homes by their own relatives. It is a violation of human rights when young girls are brutalized by the painful and degrading practice of genital mutilation. It is a violation of human rights when women are denied the right to plan their own families, and that includes being forced to have abortions or being sterilized against their will. If there is one message that echoes forth from this conference, Let it be that human rights are women's rights and women's rights are human rights once and for all.
Okay, so the significance then versus now. Back then, it was empowering women to take control of their own lives because, and to take control of their own destinies and pursue their own way of life. Every woman related to this speech in some way and was pulled in by their personal struggles. Hillary did not sugarcoat the truth, and she made it clear that it was not a woman's issue, but it was a human's rights matter that society had deferred from. And the significance of it now is that it will continue to be useful and important because we cannot be equal on a system that was created by men in the 1600s, and it will continue to be useful because we can look back on it and learn and see how far we have come. Rhetorical devices. My first rhetorical device was repetition, not by economists, not by historians, not by popular culture, not by government leaders. Women's health and education is not or was not prioritized, and it was going unnoticed by those who could truly make a difference. Instead, the people who could truly make a difference turned a blind eye to the maltreatment that women and girls were facing. Imagery. A celebration of the contributions women make in every aspect of life. In the home, on the job, in the community, as mothers, wives, sisters, daughters, learners, workers, citizens, and leaders. This is to illustrate that women do work in every aspect of life. Anaphor. It is a violation of human rights when babies are denied food, or drowned, or suffocated, or their spines broken, simply because they are born girls. It is a violation of human rights when women and girls are sold into slavery or prostitution for human greed. And the kinds of reasons that are used to justify these practices should no longer be tolerated. It is a violation of human rights when women are doused with gasoline, set on fire, and burned to death because their marriage dowries are deemed too small. This was deemed normal for years. The one-child policy was very normal to just dispose of your child, and we can't stay silent any longer. For ethos, pathos, and logos, ethos, she was a woman. She was born in the 1900s, only 27 years after women got the right to vote. She also was a part of the World Health Organization, and she's been working and studying for 25 plus years. For pathos, she is women's rights or human rights, and talks about the unimaginable horrors that happen in our neighborhoods. And for logos, she says it's more of a moral and common sense type of thing, but she's also been studying and working with women for 25 plus years. It will endure because we have been fighting these issues forever, and women can relate or understand the pain